meantime, can you get out the sheet that has the vowel symbols, hand gestures, the vowels and hand sheet? Okay, so we're just going to, we started this a few weeks ago, and I just want to resume here, and I want to review the symbols, the hand gestures with you. Now the hand gestures are going to be used by mainly me, because when we come to a problematic word, I'm going to give you the hand gesture, and then what do? You write in the appropriate International Phonetic Alphabet symbol under the syllable in question. But there is a case in which you would use the hand gesture, which is why I want you to do it kinetically with me. Sometimes, and it happens all the time, one of you will say, Dr. Raybon, on this is a weird syllable. Did you want this or this? That happens frequently. So be aware, be familiar with the hand gestures so that we can have a very quick two-way conversation about vowels without having to explain, the shape of a, whatever. This is what the point is, to have a very quick, a quick conversation about vowels. So let's just choose. That's kind of A-ish. Let's have sweet kiss, sweet kiss. Now, the same thing happened a couple of weeks ago. I'm hearing from this side of the room a lot of Cass. Remember, we are imprinting the vowels on shapes on these words. So the word kiss, listen to how kiss, not kiss. That's another vowel, or toward another vowel. So let me see you do and sing sweet kiss, sweet kiss. That's better. Now I'm hearing more of an F from this side of the room. So let me have just tenor singing sweet kiss, sweet kiss. Sounds good. Altos, same thing. Sweet kiss. Bass, I heard sweet kiss, and then us at the end. Kiss. The vowel stays the same. Basses and. Sweet kiss. Sopranos and. Sweet kiss. Make sure the sweet is bright enough to accommodate. It's not, the sweet sounded more like kiss that time. Sweet, sweet, sweet kiss. Sweet kiss. Better. Now everybody together, we're going to do brain cell, brain cell, tan top, tan top. Now, I'm looking at faces. I had a snapshot of the sopranos, and I saw a lot of this. If you're doing that, it sounds like aw. That's just the fact. In fact, that's how you make an aw, is to round your lips. So this vowel, I do not want rounded lips, or I don't want a rounded sound. That's the next vowel in the sequence. So let me hear again. Tan, ta. And look, let this symbol symbolize just verticalness. Tan, ta. Tan, ta. So much better. Everybody? Tan, ta. Tall. This is the one that you were doing. Tall dome. Tall dome. Good food. Good food. Great. Now I'm going to go to the bottom of the page where the pair that I call the non-Latin vowels appear. Rough surf, rough surf. Not surf, surf, surf. And again, just so that I can bring the point home, I don't care how you say these words in your life out there. I just want us to really zero in on a particular way of pronouncing these words in these four walls. So I'm going to say it again. Surf, So I'm almost singing an R, but I don't let my tongue touch the roof of my mouth with a serve. Serve. Just say it. Serve. Now, serve. How about this? Serve. Serve. Thank you. Now let's sing. Rough serve. Rough serve. Much better. Now some of you all might have been speaking just now from a place of Haydn's creation, where such a word I would have asked you to sing serve, to kind of have a more British feeling. But now we're back in American English land right now, okay? So we want surf, not surf, or something like that. Now, would you get back out the sheet that's called a little song? And I want you to go through using the vowel hand sheet, cheat sheet there. And I want you, now, there are some parameters you need to pay close attention. I want you to pretend like you are a choral conductor, like I am, basically a classical choral conductor. If you were that thing, or that person, what vowel shapes would you advocate for these words, for these syllables? And write in the IPA accordingly. Everybody understands the assignment? Okay, I'm going to give you just a few minutes to do that. In fact, just a few seconds, then I'm going to have to start. What can I get you? This? And this. Okay, I can't really delay this any longer, so if you want to keep working, you can, but I need some of us just to get the ball rolling here. So some of these are going to be repeated words, so we don't have to worry about them. But now, this is where I want you to use your hand gesture. I want you to show me the word you. The first word, Y-O-U. Somebody show me on your hand what you would like. All right, I'm seeing a lot of this. And that's right. It should be this vowel, as in food. Thank you. So would you write that IPA there? Now that's good because that is not a controversial vowel shape, usually. Now the next word, T-O-O-K. Show me on your hand. I'm seeing this. And that's good because it should be like good, took, good. So you would put the appropriate symbol. And this also gives you a practice writing the symbols in. Okay, now we get into a weird place with this next word. The word that is spelled A. So show me on your hand what you should do. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing these two. All right, so put your hands down. So let's talk about this for a second. The way that I have envisioned these vowel shapes, I have already made the vowel rough pretty. So you don't have to go overboard and saying, ah, ah. No, just but a pretty The word is not supposed to be emphasized. So let's just keep it with the word rough, but a pretty rough. So you took not you took That's just overboard, and people will be in the audience thinking, okay. We want it to sound as natural as we can. The next word, the next syllable is the first syllable of L-I-T-T-L-E. Show me on your hands. Perfect, because I don't think there would be much dispute for that one. Now, minefield. What about the second syllable of the same word? Show me on your hands. All right, I've got this one. I've got this one. I've got, I already put that one down. All right, am I seeing? I'm seeing, do I see a third one? What else? Now I'm looking at this side of the room. Okay, see, I've got a fourth one now. I've already got those. Okay, put your hands down. So this is, a word such as this is the reason why I did all of this in the first place. People do not do enough with vowels, because when you come to a word like that, somebody needs to stop you and say, what about this syllable? Okay, so somebody said, little. I like it. Somebody else said, little. Like it. Somebody said, little. See, that won't work. And also, little. That won't work. But it's funny, right? So, I like the first two very much. But that's where it's my responsibility to make sure these things don't slip through the cracks. If I were making you sing this word in an actual piece, I would go for this one. So for the time being, will you just write this one in? Little. That's a really wonderful catch-all shape for such unaccented syllables as this. All right, what about S-O-N-G? Show me on your hands. So I've got this, and I've got this. This, and this. And this. All right, put your hands down. So this one can't work because that's sang, which is kind of like the past tense of the word, okay? I mean, but this is a noun, so yeah. Here's the other two. Yeah, I think somebody just made a mistake, but that's okay. So the other two are the two that always come to play with a word like this. Depending on where you're from in the country, you might want to sing song, song, no roundness. Otherwise, you might want to sing song with the roundness. I'm the roundness guy. So would you put that one in kind of above, like as the quote right answer? By the way, both of those are correct. There are great choirs, I've heard them, who would, for example, Anton Armstrong at St. Olaf. He's a major deal in the choral world. He would definitely go for song. What about T-O-O? Okay. Not much controversy here. We just have to make sure we don't chew the vowel. But the concept is right. Now, what about the first syllable of A-N-C-I-E-N-T? I'm seeing a lot of this. Okay? Yeah. I think that's right. Ancient. Now what about the second syllable? I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. Oh, yeah, that was this one. Oh, okay. So, put your hands down. Both of these could be right, but I think one is righter than the other one. Ancient is nicer than ancient. There's kind of a thud, you know, wah, 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 that goes with this one. So let's put this one as our correct answer. As in the word sell. Yeah. The next word, let's skip over it. Let's skip over the diphthong. We can talk about that another time because I want to wrap this up. I'm going to skip over you because we've already had this vowel before. Kept is okay. It is okay. Let's talk about the word E-O-N-S. The first syllable of that word is going to be, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this. Okay, and I see this. Okay, so this is interesting because I was going to just sort of dismiss the person who said this, but actually it isn't such a bad idea because, I mean, it's possible. I'm not going to say the last syllable because I don't want to prime you, okay? But I think this one is better. E for the first syllable. Now go ahead and let's talk about the second syllable. Show me on your hands what the second syllable is going to be. And here again we have the same problem. These two are always vying for attention, okay? So we have eons versus eons. Now, for this word, I'm going to be this guy, eons. And I can't explain why. I'm sure my regionalism has something to do with it. Both are perfectly acceptable. We just have to decide as a group what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to skip long because it's like the word song. Now, let's talk about T-U-N-E. Show me on your hand. I'm seeing a lot of this. Okay, that's what I would do. Now, actually though, somebody volunteer to say the word for me right now.
Two.
So, wait, again?
Two.
Say it like you're about to sing, kind of elongate it.
Two.
Okay, somebody else?
Two.
Okay, so now see, this is a further thing we have to worry about. Is it going to be tune or tune? In the second case, we would have to put a semi-consonant there, which would be represented by a J, although I'm not teaching you the consonant IPAs. Okay, so do you see how it's not just, let's just pronounce the words, it's a lot more complicated than that. And as we go through pieces, even tonight, I'm going to find a problematic word, or you can, and let's talk about it, okay?